Hey guys, welcome back to my interview series where I interview designers, creatives, and other awesome people. If you haven't checked out part 1 yet, go ahead and do so. The link is right here. So what would you say, what advice would you have for somebody who maybe is starting to work as a freelancer or is starting their own startup, or maybe is an artist trying to sell their work? What advice would you have for them to incorporate design into their business strategy to avoid potential pitfalls?
If we think of design, right, design as as a strategy, meaning I'm going to design my path. I'm going not only just design my logo, design the website, but I'm going to design my path over 2 years. So it's like a strategy, right? So I'm going to design, or I'm going to strategize what I'm going to do. Design sounds more creative. Strategy sounds more military, right? So I'm going to design our path, and it's this friendly kind of approach. Everybody come in, let's design our path where we're going to go for the future. So if you look at it that way, you have to absolutely include design. And know, if we look at the design cycle, right, where we start here and we throw out a prototype, it doesn't work. So we kind of iterate. And it's the same thing with a business or entrepreneurial mindset, is you throw something out there, you grab 10% or 5% of say, a market, but you have to redesign it, and then you come back again, you get 8%, you redesign, you get 10%, you redesign it. And so if you think of business and design, that's what we have to do these days, is just constantly redesign who we are, constantly redesign our product. So if you have an artist that maybe is only watercolor, it's a small market. So maybe we have to redesign it, and we can start to put in some acrylic, or we can start to use digital media for some smaller projects. And so you're just constantly redesigning. I'm writing a paper right now on this whole kind of buzz of design thinking, which has been going on for a long time, and innovation. And design thinking, the way they're pitching it is like a tool, right? So I use a screwdriver to tighten something down. If I need to solve a problem, let me pull out some design thinking tools.
Let me just reach my back pocket and grab my design thinking
Yes.
hat and put it on.
It is. That's how they're billing it, right? The way I see it, and I'm getting more and more support, is it's just the way that we think, right? So my daughter, when we go out places and I'm looking at things and I'm saying, wow, look at that. Ooh, it looks like it doesn't fit my hand. And she'll say to me, can't you turn that off for a minute? Do you always have to look at something like it's some type of...
Do you always have to be such a designer all the time? God.
She's like, can't you? God, I hate it. So this has been going on for a long time. And so this whole design thinking, or the way designers think, or the way engineers think, right? It's just the way that we approach problems. It's just the way that we approach the world. And it's been around since 1995. It's the mindset of just the way we approach things. The way we're starting to try and teach it now in design school is that when you take a direction, or you put in some functionality into a product, whether it's the shape of it, or whether it's a trigger location or a button location, is we have to really push and ask the students and have the students really understand why they did what they did. Not just because ergonomically this is the way it is, but I saw other products and this is the way they did it. It wasn't very comfortable. And I saw another product that was slightly different, and man, that was great. And so we slowly start to change the way people look at everyday things all the time. Right? So we say design thinking, let's do some brainstorming. Design thinking, let's do some frame storming. Yeah, there's all kinds of these tools that people pull out, and there is a little bit of that that toolbox effect. But it's also the way creative people think, okay, what kind of tool could I use since I have a whole box of design thinking tools? Whereas if we just teach design thinking as a tool, people go, oh, let me checklist that, check. Oh, it says that I should use scent storming. Oh, so let's try it. Whereas a designer would say, scent storming, probably not. That's not so good for this group, but let's try something else. That's the essence of design thinking, what we should be working towards.